So I am back on my boat from a beautiful couple weeks in the Bahamas and Virgin Islands. We have jumped back into everything. My parents are here. We've been doing a few boat jobs, but we flew in 2 days ago and we're already about to go through the canal. So getting to Panama and clearing customs and immigration and scheduling your canal date can be a bit complicated. I hired an agent who took care of everything clearance related and canal related. I didn't have to go in person to clear customs or immigration, and he also set up the canal. I let him know what date I wanted for the canal. He organized it, gave me the fenders and the lines, and set up the advisor. So this morning I got an email that our transit time is 4 a.m. tomorrow. We're gonna be leaving the dock tonight and go prep right outside of Shelter Bay Marina, where our advisor for the canal will be picked up. It's crazy to think that I'm going to be going through the canal and finally getting to the Pacific side. It's been a dream of mine since before I got the boat, and it feels so surreal to be leaving the Atlantic. I'm really excited. The canal can be a bit tricky. You just have to pay attention from what I've heard. You're supposed to have 4 line handlers, so my parents are here. We've just been working and doing a lot of little projects the past couple days. And my other 2 line handlers are Natalie and Asher. They responded to the Sea People hail, and they're going to be coming on really soon to go through the canal with us. They came through a couple days ago with her mom, so I'm very excited for them to be on. I'm excited to spend time with them. They kind of know what they're doing, way more than us. It definitely helps if you go through the canal before you go through with your own boat. I'm really happy to say that I created a hail on Sea People, and this is how it's worked out. The Sea People app is really useful, and if you don't have it, I highly recommend getting it. So we're going to be leaving the dock soon and going to anchor and then picking up our advisor at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm super excited to continue on and get closer to my Pacific crossing.
Before leaving the dock, there were a few important things to do. First, I had to get Mako back from Billy and Sierra. They spoiled him, and I am eternally grateful. Second, we had to inflate all my new fenders from Fender Techs for the canal. Okay. My bow is swinging. I need fender on this side. Got it. I just come right here and hold fender there.
Okay, good. Say we're on tight, so. Okay.
We're off? Okay. Okay, go ahead. You're good. Nice job, guys. I don't even think I was in gear and it started doing that. Once we anchored, we set up the boat for the next day. We got the lines and fenders out, my mom prepped some of the food, and Natalie and Asher told us about their experience and what to expect. On our way to the first set of locks, we learned that there would be 3 monohulls. and the advisors decided which would be in the middle based on the largest tonnage and engine horsepower, which ended up being my boat.
Morning.
And go behind close right away and pick it up. Okay, we need to move a little bit forward and close. You can get that to August. Let's move a little bit forward.
Asher and Natalie had told us it could get a little intense at times, but nothing can really prepare you for going through the canal besides going through it. The canal line handlers threw their monkey fists with the messenger lines attached to secure the boats to each side. Once the vessels were secure, the gates shut and the water began to rise. We had the easy job being in the middle, but the other boats had to constantly tighten their lines to keep us centered. The first set of locks included 3 separate locks. We repeated this process 2 more times before we entered the lake, where we separated and put the throttle down. It was a bit surreal to be motoring through the freshwater lake, next to giant container ships, and realizing I was finally on my way to the Pacific, after dreaming about it for years. After a few hours of motoring, we reached the second set of locks. This included 1 lock and then 2 separate locks. We were again the vessel in the middle, but this time the water levels dropped, which meant the outer vessels had to release the tension on their lines throughout the drop. We motored out of the last set. The long day was over and we were so excited to be in the Pacific. Unfortunately, untying didn't go smoothly this time, and we ended up having to cut the stern line to be released from the boat to our port.
Okay guys, neutral, neutral. Take it off, take it off.
Wait. Oh shit! Fender! 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 Unclean! 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 You're clean! Release that! It's stuck! You guys need screwdrivers! No, wait.
That's why it's timely.
You guys broke my Starlink. God, what was the problem?
They owe me a Starlink.
Because we got 3 rounds to release, and I told him, release
And he didn't lock his thing right either, so it was stuck. They just broke. We need to talk later, please. This whole thing is bent now.
Single it up. Okay.
This resulted in my long list getting longer. I now had to find a new Starlink dish and a welder to fix my davit, all before leaving to cross.
This whole thing's bent. This whole thing's bent needs to be welded.
No, he goes, do it, and he goes, I'm taking my time. Yeah, no, I...
No, he cut the line. That was the only thing to do.
You have to cut it off.
Temporarily. I don't know if it was enough that way.
The rest of the night went seamlessly. We dropped off our advisor, lines, and fenders, then headed into La Playita Marina, where I would call home for the next couple weeks.